Something like welcome back to Survivor Thoughts or welcome back
Episode 4.
episode 4.
Yeah.
Survivor Thoughts episode 4 with Gina.
Yeah. And Lisa.
Okay. Right after the episode, like literally
Yep, we
fresh.
just watched it.
Hmm. So Teeny feels guilty. Her vote was a sympathy vote when she voted for Saul because she really wanted Aisha. For some reason, she has some connection with Aisha. So
Yeah.
she feels bad. And then it goes to the yellow team, and
Uh-huh.
Sam is making a fool of himself, singing and freestyling, what you call it, freestyle rapping. I don't know what he was doing, but it was pretty cringy. I don't know. What do you think of
Yeah.
his?
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. I don't know. That whole I feel like they focused so much on the Lavo tribe this episode that in general we didn't see much of Gata and the Lav and Tuku,
Yeah.
but the little clips we did see of Gata like with the rapping and stuff was really funny.
Yeah. I was just like, oh my gosh, stop it. Stop it right now. um yeah, that was, I don't know. I have underwhelming. I was like, everyone's probably gonna be like, "Yay, that was so amazing!" But I'm like, yeah, it was not.
No.
It was
No, I didn't
not.
think so. I didn't think
Like it
so.
was pretty pointless. So then we get into, well, then it gets kind of interesting because then they start talking about Sierra and how the other
Mhm.
perception, like of her and Sam, she didn't like
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah,
so
she's
she's trying
eager to
to,
be like, no, we're not together.
yep, and we get that three girl alliance, the breadwinners.
Yeah.
Breadwinners.
Yeah, which made me think like, well, because then Sam got all upset when he found out that Sierra had told Andy about the breadwinners thing because Sam didn't know yet. And
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
know.
okay, calm
Sam got all
down. Like,
upset.
yeah, so it makes me just wonder if Sierra is going to kind of lean more towards the girls. Even though
I
she has been
know.
really tight with Sam, but I don't know because she wants to distance herself a little bit from Sam and not be perceived that way. So maybe she's just gonna lean into the girls thing more as
I know, but
like
she's
in the
already
next couple
told
episodes.
Andy and Sam. And if the girls find out that she's spilling the breadwinner alliance,
That's true.
she's going to be on the outs with the girls. So
Yeah.
shoot, she shouldn't have told Andy.
No,
Andy
she could have
didn't.
told Sam. It would have been safe with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You not tell Andy though, because Andy, I don't, he's still, he's no, I think they're like not trying to forget, but accidentally forgetting how crazy he is.
Yeah,
And
that's
like
true. That's a good point.
they're
Yeah.
forgetting that he can fake it, he can do all the stuff, he can cry on
Yeah.
cue.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't trust Andy.
So,
He's putting himself into some good situations though. So
yeah. I know. I think
good
he's
gameplay
good.
on him. Okay, so then we go to the blue tribe, and it
Yes.
starts with
Me and
Sue
Sue.
crying. She's being emotional, she's tired, she's not sleeping well. I mean, I
Yeah.
feel it, I feel her pain. And
Yeah.
then Gabe, weirdo Gabe, who has some
Yeah, he
issues.
was being weird because he's normally like so like mean about Sue, but then he's like all his tune seems like he suddenly changed, but just to the camera, which is weird. I'm like, why are you saying
Mhm.
this to us? Because we already know what you really think.
Yeah.
But he's like, oh, I really, really wanted to play with like an older woman, and I'm just so glad I get to play with Sue. Like, she's great. I'm like,
Yeah, the Survivor
what?
gods gave her to me. I'm
So
like,
that was
what
weird.
in the world are you
Yeah.
talking about? Kind of creepy.
And then
Like,
I was dying when Sue was talking to Kyle and she's like, these guys like have no idea like that I'm like 58 and I'm out here playing Survivor. And then they're like, oh, how old are you? And she's like 45. And I'm like,
I
Sue,
know.
no one in their
I
right mind would believe that. Like,
I
are you
know.
kidding me?
I know. I'm like,
Oh my
okay,
gosh.
no.
I'm like,
Like,
everyone
so,
knows how old you are, basically, so I don't know what you're trying to like hide.
like 45, like
And
it's too low or too, yeah, like not enough. So 52. but
Yeah.
not 45. Like
Right.
that's 15
Yeah.
years,
Yeah. It's a
13
huge
years.
amount. So I
It's
thought that was so funny. It was just like,
yeah, it was
and
like,
she just has such a chip on her shoulder about like guys. And I think
mm-hmm.
it's really annoying. I'm like, Sue, no one freaking cares, okay?
Yep. Well,
Like,
okay. So yeah, I know. She's just I don't know what her problem is, but she has definitely a man problem. And Gabe has
yeah.
mommy issues. So
Yeah. Right.
so then it cuts the cue, or cuts the cue. It cuts to Sue finding a clue
Yes.
to a thing, an idol. And
Yeah.
you have to cut she has to cut the rope and then the bag drops or whatever drops. And that's where we see
Full
the
of
red
paint.
paint.
Yeah.
And I don't know why she had to put water on the paint. She just made it spread. Like she
I know.
poured all
I'm
that water. I'm like, that's just making it spread. You want to clump it up together.
Yeah, I know. She definitely made a mess of that. And then, yeah, she did not play it off well when the girls came, like,
Yeah.
because I guess she didn't even realize she still had paint on her, but
Mhm.
she just was like, oh, nothing. I cut myself. Ugh. Like,
Yeah, she was
I'm like,
acting
okay.
super, super weird.
Yeah. So, and then they like just cut from Tugu Tribe and basically never showed us anything again
Yep.
this
We don't
episode.
even
So I was
know.
like,
So it's an
what?
immunity idol that she got, right?
Yes.
Okay, just a straight up immunity idol.
Yeah, it's a little bracelet one. So
Okay,
she has
so
that
she
now.
has an idol. Oh, and I remember
Um,
it's good until there's 5 people left.
okay,
So it's a
cool.
big one. It's not like just a one day or like a one timer. It's like a good
Yeah,
one. So
yeah,
she got caught red-handed, that's for sure.
yeah.
Um
Yes, that was funny.
I just thought it was pathetic how she was trying to clean it up. And well,
Yeah.
she could just go to the ocean just right there. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know,
Well, she could
just
have just, yeah, kicked all the dirt on top of the paint and then gone to the ocean to clean. She didn't have to use all the drinking water to,
no,
to
I know,
clean. So funny. She could have just jumped in there like Rome, right in the well,
right?
taken a little bath.
Just gotten it. Boom, done. Right.
Oh my gosh.
So, okay, so she cleans up, she gets caught by the girls. The girls think she's hurt and think something's going off. Their red flags are going. So, and then that's it. That's all we hear about that. So, hopefully,
Yep.
next we'll get more on that. Then it
Yeah.
goes back to Rome.
Yes, and I have changed my opinion again on Rome because I know last week I was saying, oh, like I think everyone's really harsh about Rome and he's just like fun and yeah, I'm over it. He's a douche.
He is
He was
super, super
so
douchey.
douchey this episode and just the way he treated Saul was so
It's,
unnecessary and
yeah,
like ridiculous.
it
Yeah.
is. It is
And
bad.
I can't believe no like that more people weren't like just immediately like ditch him, like get rid of him. Like I don't know what kind of weird hold he has on people. Obviously he's like threatening everyone with his steal a vote, but still I'm just surprised more of the team isn't against him.
Right?
It's weird.
No,
So
it is weird. So Rome is trying to like follow Saul around and prevent him
yeah,
from looking for idols. And
yeah,
like white on rice, like stuck to him like glue, like just like a little bully. Like he was just like a little
yeah,
fly. And it was really cringy to watch. And I felt so bad for Saul. And
yeah,
but I do think that
yeah.
Saul did a really good job of dealing with it, like putting up with it
Mhm.
and not like,
Freaking out.
freaking out. Yeah, freaking out
Yeah,
and just being really polite and genuine about it. So props to Saul for being a big man because
yeah.
I would have, Matt was like, I'm going to drop kick him.
Yeah,
Like,
seriously.
no,
Oh my
it was so
gosh.
annoying. Okay,
Yeah.
so then Genevieve, we get our girl Genevieve coming in now. Now she's coming in hot with
Yeah.
her gameplay.
Uh-huh.
And she kind of like has a little moment to herself where she's realizing because she's watching how Saul's treating him and is like witnessing it.
Yeah.
And she's realizing that Rome is probably not the best alliance member for her, which is smart because he probably isn't. And then it shoots to Andy shot in the dark. Oh yeah, what was that all about?
I
So
really don't
then
know. I kind of I don't know if I just blacked out or something, but I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, it was weird. It was a weird little thing in the yellow tribe where Andy's bag was open or something, and his little shot in the dark piece, like little pebble,
Mhm.
I guess, was hanging out. And
Oh,
they like take it and hide it underneath the
what?
bed.
Okay, yeah,
I
I
don't know. It's
definitely,
weird.
I don't know how I
And
missed
then
that.
Sam, Mr. Hero Sam,
Hmm.
he's trying to save Andy's game and tries to put him under his wing, and like, God,
Hmm.
bro Migos, like Sam.
So does Andy realize his thing is gone?
Yeah, because Sam told him,
Oh,
hey, your thing is
oh, okay.
underneath the thing. They threw it under there. And
Oh,
that's when
okay.
Sam says, oh, I'm just trying to be his game savior,
Hmm.
basically. And because he needs Andy, because I think he thinks he can control Andy. So I don't know.
Interesting.
Sam has some interesting ego stuff with Andy, and Andy's just kind of laying over and letting it happen.
Yeah.
Whether or not he knows it's happening or not, I don't know. But it's just kind of a weird situation.
Yeah, that
Um,
is random.
Yeah, and then it goes to Sierra, and that's when Sierra and Andy talk about the girls' alliance when she
Hmm.
spills the beans to Andy about the breadwinners.
Hmm.
So then it was all that thing about the breadwinners, like where
Right.
Andy and Sam kind of know now, and Sarah's like, I didn't mean not to tell you, but I did. I don't know. She was like trying to
Yeah.
backpedal with Sam and not get all his feelings hurt because Sam's feelings were hurt because he didn't know. Just like a
Right.
bunch of he said, she said, which that will
Yeah.
get more interesting once they go to tribal to see like where Sierra's loyalty really does lie, because it will have to come
Yeah,
down to
that's
a
true.
vote.
That's
So,
true. And really, they haven't, they were the first to go to tribal. So since then, they really haven't had to test any of their alliances and friendships. So,
mhm.
and who knows how long it'll be until they do go to tribal because they're killing it in challenges. So,
They are. They are. So now we're yeah. So now let's talk about the challenge.
yeah.
The challenge looked gruesome, twosome again. It was huge. It was long. That huge thing looked heavy, and I was
Yes,
afraid
so
someone was gonna
heavy.
get hurt
I know.
because
I'm surprised no one got smushed.
Jeff at one point was like, "Watch your feet."
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh my
"Yeah,
gosh,
watch
Jeff.
those feet, guys. Don't get them squished."
I know. I
But
thought it was funny too when they had to stand, like, get up on it to grab the bags, and Jeff's
uh
like, "You got to hustle off that thing. You got to be faster." And I was like, "Jeff, just let them suck."
I know, Jeff.
This is
It was
funny.
close. It was really
It was
close. It
very
was.
close the whole time up until the puzzle. Yeah, everyone
Mhm.
was virtually neck and neck. So,
Yes, that
and then the puzzle.
puzzle. Freaking Rome just blopped on, like,
And
just sat there the whole time.
yes, literally looked like a giant toddler sitting on the floor
Hand
that
me
like
another piece. This one doesn't
couldn't
work.
put, and every piece he tried, there was like, it was like he wasn't using his eyeballs at all to look at it first or
I know.
anything. He
Is
would
he
just take like a
colorblind?
piece that didn't have any shape, like any similar shape, and be like, and I'm like, and I don't know why no one else was like, why wasn't Genevieve helping more? Like, why wasn't she looking at what the shape looked like and trying to
Right?
find that piece? Like, and even Saul kept saying like that's not the right piece, and he said, "Do you want to switch out?" Like when he said that, like Rome should
Hmm.
have been like, "Yeah, I'm not making any progress. Like let's
Or
get someone else
Genevieve
in
could have been
here."
like, yeah, who wants to come in? Like, get things started. But
Right.
no one
I just
said
couldn't believe no
anything.
one. Yeah, I was like, "What is going on this team?"
Like, I would have told him to move.
And that alone is like feel like losing a challenge in that huge of a way is usually an easy reason to ditch someone.
And it wasn't
So
even mentioned when they were scrambling to
yeah,
evict.
I was like shocked. I'm like, what is like, is he blackmailing everyone on the team? Like, what's happening?
Right? Is he? Yeah,
It's
it's
weird.
he like people are afraid to stand up to him because something. Does he freak out?
Yeah,
Like, I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know,
that
but I
was
was
pathetic.
shook. Yeah.
Pretty pathetic on Rome's part that happened.
Yeah.
And honestly, Genevieve too,
Yeah.
because she could have been like, yeah, someone switch out with me.
Yeah.
Whatever though.
Yeah. That was
So yeah.
wild.
So the prize was the 3 chickens for
Hmm.
first and immunity. And then second was 6 eggs.
Yep.
And yellow wins, of course. They're
Yeah.
just it's the girls on the puzzles.
I know. And then they're immediately discussing killing a chicken. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds delicious, but that's like a one and done thing. So
Mhm.
you
And
should just eat eggs forever. And that's
yeah,
smarter.
exactly. I'm
So
with
I don't know
Sarah
why
on
that
that
was such a
too.
discussion.
Sarah did not want to kill any chickens. Apparently, she's a chicken owner and loves chickens, but it's okay with eating their eggs. And
Yeah.
what was it? Who was it? Rachel kind of brought it up, and Sam's down and to kill the chicken, one of them at
Yeah.
least. But so they, to me, I feel like they should take those chickens and just eat off the eggs at least until merge, and then
Yeah. Then they
like,
could have a chicken feast.
yeah, yeah, or bring
Yeah.
them
Or
to
eat one.
merge.
Yeah. Take the other two to merge.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I know, but even if
That's
you eat
true.
one, your eggs every day goes down by a
That's
third.
true. Yeah. And if you go to merge, you're going to want more. You're going to need all the eggs you have.
Hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if it was up to me, I wouldn't kill any of them just purely because then you have a more ongoing food source.
Yeah,
So
or at
I
least
think it's
till
funny that
closer
they
to
just
the
want to
end.
kill. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But anyways,
yeah, it was
they're just
interesting.
hungry.
So now
They're
they get
thinking
to
about
go
KFC.
hang out KFC. So now they get to go on a journey, another journey. And Yellow Tribe, since they won, got to pick who goes.
Mhm.
And the yellow people, I know Andy goes, but how did they decide it was going to be Andy? Because I kind of vaguely remember Andy, did he just go, "Oh, I'm going"?
So I don't know again if I just like blacked out at this part, but I don't even remember them mentioning a challenge or anyone being picked. Like it was just all of a sudden they were going, and I was like, when did this happen?
Okay.
So, anyways, I totally missed that part and it happened really fast. So,
Oh, okay.
I'm
Well,
not sure.
basically, Jeff announces they're going on a journey, and yeah, since Yellow won, they get to pick who goes. Andy goes from Yellow team, and they pick Teeny to go from Red team and Caroline to go from Blue team. And then
Okay.
they go, and then it goes back to the Red team and how they're
Mhm.
scrambling to figure
Mhm.
out who they're going to vote off.
Yeah.
Um, and it's basically a Rome show. Rome is insistent about Saul going home. Like he
Yeah.
thinks it's his plan, his tribe's going to do what he wants to do. He thinks it's so obvious, like there shouldn't even be any discussion, which is fine.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I guess Rome threatens Saul to not play his shot in the dark, or else he's going to take, which is unnecessary
Mhm.
again for him to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and then
Percy.
we got little sneaky Hershon. What is his name
Yeah.
again? Is that how you pronounce his?
Hisham. I don't know
What's his?
Hisham. I
Hershon?
don't even know.
Hishon.
Hisham.
Hishon? Okay, well, that guy, the ER guy,
Yeah.
him, he's being sneaky and kind of poking the bear and poking Rome into a certain way to irritate
Mhm.
Saul and kind of stirring the pot to make Rome look even worse, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think he was just feeling desperate to like for it to not be him.
Yeah.
And I think in the process, he put himself too much out there in
Yeah.
people's minds.
Hmm.
And so I think
Well, it
it
was his
wasn't as
downfall was
helpful as he wanted.
yeah, his downfall was mentioning Genevieve to go home to
Yeah.
Rome.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
nonchalantly, like literally not meaning anything
Right.
behind it. But
Right. But
he,
he knew that they were super tight. So I don't know why he even thought that was smart because he already had, like, he already could just encourage Rome towards Saul. It's not like he needed to give Rome a name or, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know
yeah,
why he did that. It was dumb.
yeah, it was very,
So, I
he
mean, I guess
just,
he wanted to keep Saul, but yeah.
well, yeah. And then Harshawn thinks of a plan to switch the votes on Rome.
Mhm.
And goes to Saul, and Saul's definitely in on it. Saul
Yeah.
cannot wait to write Rome's name down.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to go right now. Like, I'm
Yeah.
done.
He's like, please.
Hmm.
So, yeah. And then back at the journey, I they all basically like I felt bad that Teeny ended up giving up her vote because I mean, it did make sense because she was like, yeah, neither of you even have to go to tribal. I'm the one literally going tonight. And granted, she was pretty safe, but still, like I feel like neither Caroline or Andy were even like barely willing to like, but you know what I mean? Like they were just like, no,
Yeah.
I need it. I can't. I'm like,
Teeny, it was interesting. Because for sure I was thinking in my head, Teeny cannot lose her vote. There's no way she can lose her vote.
mhm,
She is going to tribal council and they need to vote off Rome. Like
mhm,
that needs to happen.
mhm.
So that's what I was thinking. And then they were like, well, can I have a minute to think? And then I thought at that moment, Caroline, I thought she was going to be the
Yeah,
one
me
because
too.
I
Because she's
thought
super safe. Like no one's gonna get rid of her.
she's right in the middle between
Yeah.
Sue and Hawaiian girl.
Gabe. Oh, yeah.
Who's the Hawaiian girl's name?
Aisha.
Aisha. No, not Aisha.
No, sorry.
What's her name again?
Tiana.
Tiana. And so she's kind of like the most safe. And Andy needs his vote too. Andy wasn't going to give up his vote, but I could also see Andy giving up his vote before Teeny too. I just did not think Teeny was going to give up her vote. It was surprising to me that Teeny was the one to break down and she's the one who gave up the vote. And all three of them got an
Right.
amulet.
Yeah.
An amulet. Amulet. Amulet.
Yeah, I just felt like the other two didn't really give her a choice. Like they immediately were just like, well, we're not doing it. And I felt like they made it feel like it was going to be her fault if they
They
all
all
lost a
lost it.
vote. And like that's not really,
Um,
that wasn't really fair, but it just felt like that was the vibe. But
Interesting.
maybe
Yeah,
I'm
there was
wrong.
definitely a vibe there, and it did not go the way I was thinking it was gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, this is just a random thought, but I think it's so funny whenever they've like gone on the journeys and they all end up on the boat and or on the beach. And at some point, someone's always like, I really like you guys. Like, I get a great vibe from you. I'm like, of course, like, you're not going to land and meet people and be like, I actually hate both of you.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I'm like, I don't know. It just always makes me laugh when they say that.
I know,
I'm
because
like, oh,
it's
do you?
really, really, you
Yeah.
love me. You love me.
Yeah.
I know. Like, would be so funny if like a character would go up like Rome. I don't like you. Like,
Right. Yeah. Right. He
I'm
probably would,
gonna threaten
honestly. Oh
you
my
or give you an
gosh.
ultimatum.
I almost like wish that Rome would make it to the merge just to see like what it's like the new reality of him having to then be in like other people's worlds because
Yeah.
he won't be like the top of the anthill anymore. So,
Yeah, I know. I actually,
hmm,
I know you love those, you love to see those villains go far because they're just fun to watch.
right.
Like, how do you think Sue's gonna like Rome?
I think it would depend on how Rome decides to play Sue. Because I think if Rome approaches her very like mothery,
Uh-huh.
then she'll be like, "Oh, what a cutie," you know what I mean? But if
Uh-huh.
he is brash, if he is Rome, then it's not gonna go well.
No, it will
Because I'm
go.
like, if she already hates Kyle, who's like the nicest, most like chill, calm, like not machismo kind of guy, then
Mm-hmm.
like no one has any hope, honestly.
No,
But
I
I
know.
do think that Sue is like easily manipulated.
I do too.
Like, so
I
I think
think
anyone can
Kyle's
become whatever she
downfall.
wants.
Yeah, I know. Kyle's downfall was being friends with TK because Sue did not like TK. That's who.
Yeah,
Yeah, liked.
yeah. And the vote, because unfortunately the vote like was too obvious at the time. So it's
Mm-hmm.
not like he could hide and be like, who voted for me? I don't know, So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But again, she needs to get over it because like that's the game. That's what you do.
I know.
So
It's like she doesn't know what she's there for.
yeah.
She's there to lie about her age
Oh
and
my
take
gosh.
naps in the sun in the beach.
I know. I know. I can't get over the age thing. And she's always like, these guys don't know that I'm a pilot. And I'm like, well, unless you're gonna fly off this freaking island, like it's not super helpful.
I
So I don't
know.
know why
Like, why
he
would that,
keeps saying that.
like, yeah, why is that such a, I'm a pilot. Like, I guess like pilots are smart. They have really good eyes.
Yeah, it's not that she's
So,
like, I guess I'm just like, you don't have to like come up with these random things in your life to prove that you're something. Like, just be that thing. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like, if you're smart, then you don't need to tell everyone about it. You just will be, you know?
Yeah, I
Like,
know. Yeah, your actions will speak for
yeah,
themselves.
yeah, exactly. So,
Oh.
but again, she's not even telling anyone that. So I'm like, why are you hiding the fact that you're a pilot? Do you think it's like a strategy? Because if you tell people, then it'll like do
Well, I
something.
think her strategy is trying to like fly under the radar.
Yeah, I think she wants people to underestimate her and think that that there's she wants to think that there's a lot more to her under the surface.
Hmm.
To be honest, I think there's less,
Yeah.
but yeah, we'll see. In
Yeah.
terms of gameplay and all that strategy. So,
Yeah. Because she's doesn't even like talking strategy. So how could she have what is she hiding? That she doesn't like gameplay.
what are you
That's what
hiding,
it is.
Sue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, they
Oh
get
my
this
gosh.
amulet. So it's three pieces of a little tiny, little ugly little guy.
Yeah.
And they all get it. Teeny loses her vote because of it, but they can only play it once they're all at the same beach. So they have to
Mhm.
hold on to it. And if like Andy gets voted out, that piece is gone. So then only the two of them have to work together. And then if you're the last one holding the amulet, if everyone else gets voted out, it's like immunity idol.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
But they can't play that until merge. So they have to
Yeah,
hold
I
on
was
to it. And
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of confused by that at first, like how it worked. So that makes
Mhm.
yeah. And what week does the merge happen? I mean, I guess it always changes slightly, but it's usually like what, week 6
Usually like when there's like I don't it depends. I don't know what week. What week are we on right now? 4?
or
Maybe like week 8?
yeah, okay, that makes
Yeah.
because we need a lot less people.
Yeah. I think it'd be a huge merge. And they need to be more
Yeah.
hungry.
Yeah. We're desperate.
Yeah.
So now we have tribal council,
Yes.
which is
Well,
unhinged.
before tribal council
Oh.
even started, Genevieve starts going off on
Mhm.
her little she gets irritated because Rome tells her that her Sean put her name on the chopping block or on the like brought up her name,
Yeah.
vote out, to tell Saul, like not even like a real person, like no one was ever gonna write her actual name down, but
Mhm.
to tell Saul to get him off the scent at the beginning. And then she gets all
Right.
mad. She gets all mad and like freaked out that Harshawn is like the head honcho. And then she says,
Yeah.
like, I'm a type A personality, whatever. And I'm like, since
Yeah.
when, Genevieve? You've been
Right.
fly on the wall, no,
Yeah.
nobody, the whole thing. And then you come out blazing with this move.
Yeah.
So anyway, so um she figures out a plan to get out Harshawn to
Mhm.
blindside.
Mhm.
Which at first I was like, oh, no, I wanted Rome to go home. I wanted
Yeah.
Rome to leave. I wanted to see that.
I
You would
know.
have
I
been
know.
so mad.
I was really surprised um that Rome played his steal a vote the way he played it. Like that did not go the
Yeah.
way I thought.
No, that's when it
Um
all started to be like, oh my gosh, it's actually happening. It's
right. And
happening.
but like strategically I just don't understand getting rid of Hashan. I mean, maybe they thought he was too devious and like, you know, I guess that makes sense because he was like stirring the pot and people couldn't trust what he was saying. But
Yeah.
it was just so last minute too that I was like, what? So, and I'm just shocked that Rome would forego getting rid of Saul, who he hates, for the sake of Hashan. Like that surprised me a lot.
Yeah.
So, because yeah, I don't know. And maybe
Well,
he didn't think he had the votes, but I was shocked that everyone voted Hashan because I thought it would be a little
well,
like a mix of votes, but
Teeny couldn't vote.
true.
And Saul voted Harshawn because what was he gonna do? Vote Rome
Yeah.
again for
Hmm.
nothing?
Hmm. Yeah.
And I think like at that tribal, like Roman, Saul kind of like made things better, maybe.
Hmm. Yeah, it
I
sounded
don't
like they made
know.
up, but we didn't see that part. So
Yeah, is
I don't know.
will Saul forgive Rome for being a total douchebag? Like, will they work together now with Genevieve?
Maybe I thought about that. Maybe they'll become
Because now
unlikely
Teeny's on
friends.
the outs, kind of.
Yeah,
And
I don't know what to
Genevieve
think
and
with
Rome
Teeny
are high horses.
because Teeny does like Saul. Like I think they're friends. I think they're cool.
Hmm.
Um, but she was cool with Hashan too, and so yeah, Teeny shows back up, and I mean she didn't get voted out, which is good because she didn't have a vote. So at
Yeah.
least she was like saved, even though she like gave up her vote. But
Hmm.
um,
But it's not looking good for her next week because she doesn't have her Sean there.
yeah.
And who's going to be
But
voted out next? I mean, I
I
guess
feel like the dynamics of Lavo keep changing so much and like last minute. So like I don't even know
yeah.
what it'll be like. They're all over the place, honestly.
I honestly, yeah, this Hashan vote came out of nowhere. I had no
Yeah, it really
idea.
did. I was blindsided.
Yeah, I know. I felt blindsided too.
Yeah. I'm like, this isn't what we talked about.
Yeah. 'Cause
Uh,
I was
so
so excited for Rome to go home. I was so
yeah.
down for him. I was so just annoyed with him. He was awful.
In the preview for the next episode, I feel like we didn't really see much, like it didn't give much this week.
Uh-huh.
But what did you think?
I'll have to watch the preview again, which we
Yeah.
should do that.
We've got a brand new Survivor twist. Next time on Survivor.
That's secret.
Right.
That is confidential.
That creates some fireworks.
What? Tiana threw you under the bus.
I'm angry. I want to crush her Survivor dream, and I want to smile while it happens.
Huh.
So it's very vague,
Yeah.
like all of it.
Yeah, I know. Like it was really kind of flashy. A lot of yellow tribe,
Yeah.
and a lot of blue tribe, not a lot of
Yeah.
red. So
And apparently Jeff reveals something
a big
that
twist.
a big
So
twist that I don't know if the drama between the tribe or within the tribes is related to that, but I guess we'll see.
I think so. My prediction is that he might merge the tribes before merge. Like maybe it'll
Oh,
be only
switch them up.
yeah, switch them up or maybe
Yeah.
like condense them and maybe only have two
Two
tribes
tribes. Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
And because that would really switch up the game.
Hmm.
That'd be kind
Would
of
make
fun.
sense.
I'm kind of
Yeah.
hoping for that.
Yeah.
And then what was it? Tiana and Gabe.
Hmm.
Gabe is like
Yeah.
out, like Tiana like doesn't wants to crush her game.
Yeah.
That's some big, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about
Yeah.
that.
I don't know what happens there, but I mean, it's not the first time that he's been kind of a turd, so
Yeah,
who
kind of
knows?
slime bally. So yeah,
Yeah, who knows what he's upset about this time, honestly.
yeah. I'm excited to see. I hope the guys on this in this season are kind of like a little bit toxic. Like Rome's is pretty toxic.
I know
Uh
they're all kind of like Kyle's like
TK.
one of the only ones that's not being a jerk in some way.
Yeah, Kyle's just like chilling, trying not to eat
Mhm.
hermit crab or meat and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, and Gabe's
Yeah.
kind of slime bally. Andy's just a weirdo. Um, I mean, Saul's okay for now. We'll see how he
Mhm.
does, but I think
Yeah,
he'll
that's
probably
true.
play a nice, honest, boring game. So,
Yeah, probably.
so all
Okay.
right. Well, it was a good episode. I enjoyed
Yeah,
that one a lot. I enjoyed the twists and
me too.
Rome being annoying, but also fun to watch. So,
Yeah. And next week, um, I will be gone for the
mhm.
podcast, but there will be a special guest host,
Yep.
hopefully.
Yeah, someone will be
Um,
taking
yeah.
your posting position and hopefully it goes well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see how it couldn't. So it'll be
Uh-huh.
great.
It will be fun. It'll be fun. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
excited to watch it.
yeah, that will be next week. And then
Yeah,
hopefully one of these days, the elusive Matt will come on our podcast,
I
maybe.
know. Did he
I,
watch ours from last week? Did he?
I don't
notice that we didn't talk about our boring lives at all?
I don't know. No, he hasn't watched it yet. So, yeah, he hasn't watched it. So, loser.
Loser.
Loser. Yeah. Well, then one of these days he's going to really want to be on the show. And then we're going to tell him no.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
When we've
because
made it big, he'll
yeah.
be ruining the day that he ever spurned us.
Yep, he will. He'll remember this day
Oh my gosh,
that you
so
shunned
funny.
us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now
We'll be
he's
walking down a red carpet and he'll be trying to wave at us. And we'll be like, "Ew,
who's
security."
that? Is that Nat over there?
Yeah.
That weirdo. All right. Well, it was fun,
So funny.
Lisa.
It was fun. It was nice to like talk about it right after we watched it. Everything was so fresh.
Yes, it's a lot of
So
Survivor though.
it is. It is a
Yeah.
lot of Survivor. Now I'm like, my brain is ready to go to bed.
I better not dream about Rome. I'm tell you that.
Me too. But yeah, well, I will talk to you later,
I'll
and I
talk to
can't
you
wait to
later
watch the
too.
next episode that I'm not
Yeah,
in.
that
Yeah,
I'm not in. I know. Yeah,
it'll be
and then you
great.
get to watch it. It'll be kind of fun.
Yeah, it'll be
Get to
cool.
see it. All right. Well,
Yeah.
girl, try
All
to
right.
survive out there.
I'll definitely try.
Great.
All right. Bye.
Bye.